How to diagnose any split AC problem step by step. Hello everyone, welcome back to HVAC official channel. Have you ever looked at a split AC that isn't working and wondered, where should I start? Many beginners make the mistake of replacing parts without first finding the real cause of the problem. This wastes time, money, and can even create new issues. Professional HVAC technicians don't guess. They follow a logical troubleshooting process. In today's video, I'll show you a step-by-step method to diagnose almost any split AC problem. Whether your AC isn't cooling, won't turn on, leaks water, makes unusual noises, or displays an error code, this guide will help you understand how experienced technicians approach troubleshooting. Let's get started. Ask about the problem. Step 1. Ask about the problem. Before touching the AC, gather information. Ask the customer questions such as, when did the problem start? Is the AC not cooling, not turning on, making noise, leaking water, or showing an error code? Has anyone repaired it recently? These questions often provide valuable clues and help narrow down the possible causes before beginning any testing. Perform a visual inspection. Step 2. Perform a visual inspection. The next step is a careful visual inspection. Look for damaged wiring, burnt electrical components, loose connectors, oil stains around refrigerant pipe joints, broken insulation, blocked air filters, dirty condenser coils, and signs of water leakage. Many problems can be identified without using any tools, simply by performing a thorough inspection. Never skip this step. Check the power supply. Step 3. Check the power supply. If the AC doesn't start, first verify that power is reaching the system. Check the main circuit breaker, isolator switch, indoor unit power supply, outdoor unit power supply, and electrical connections. A loose wire, damaged breaker, or blown fuse can prevent the system from operating properly. Always disconnect electrical power before opening electrical panels. Check the remote control and thermostat settings. Step 4. Check the remote control and thermostat settings. Sometimes the AC itself isn't faulty. Make sure the remote is set to cool mode and that the temperature setting is lower than the current room temperature. Also check the remote batteries. Many service calls end here because the system was simply operating in fan mode or had incorrect settings. Check the indoor unit. Step 5. Check the indoor unit. If the indoor unit starts normally, inspect its operation carefully. Check whether the blower fan is running smoothly. Inspect the air filters for dirt. Look for ice on the evaporator coil. Verify that airflow from the indoor unit is strong and evenly distributed. Weak airflow may indicate dirty filters, a dirty evaporator coil, a blower motor issue, or airflow restrictions. Check the outdoor unit. Step 6. Check the outdoor unit. Now inspect the outdoor unit. Confirm that the outdoor fan starts correctly. Listen to the compressor. Look for unusual vibration or abnormal noises. Inspect the condenser coil for dust, leaves, or other debris. A dirty condenser coil reduces heat rejection and lowers cooling efficiency. Check the refrigerant system. Step 7. Check the refrigerant system. If both indoor and outdoor units appear to be operating, but cooling is still poor, inspect the refrigeration system. Look for oil stains around flare joints or brazed connections, as these may indicate refrigerant leaks. Check for ice on the suction line or evaporator coil. Remember, poor cooling does not automatically mean low refrigerant. Restricted airflow, dirty coils, electrical problems, and compressor faults can produce similar symptoms. Proper refrigerant diagnosis should follow the manufacturer's recommended procedures, using appropriate service equipment. Check electrical components. Step 8. Check electrical components. Many AC problems are electrical rather than mechanical. Inspect components such as capacitor, contactor, PCB, temperature sensors, thermistors, compressor overload protector, fan motor, loose electrical terminals. Use a digital multimeter to verify voltage, resistance, and continuity where appropriate. Always follow electrical safety procedures. Listen carefully. Step 9. Listen carefully. Experienced technicians learn a lot simply by listening. A buzzing sound may indicate electrical problems. Repeated clicking may suggest the compressor is attempting to start but cannot. Grinding noises may indicate worn motor bearings. Rattling sounds could mean loose panels or mounting hardware. Every sound provides useful information during diagnosis. Look for error codes. Step 10. Look for error codes. Most modern inverter split AC systems include self-diagnostic features. If an error code appears on the indoor display, remote control, or diagnostic LEDs, consult the manufacturer's service manual. Different manufacturers use different error codes, so avoid assuming that the same code has the same meaning across all brands. Error codes provide valuable guidance, but should be confirmed with proper testing. Measure system performance. Step 11. Measure system performance. After the visual and electrical inspections, evaluate overall system performance. Measure supply air temperature, return air temperature, airflow, compressor current, voltage, operating pressures using appropriate service equipment when required. These measurements help determine whether the system is operating within normal conditions. Professional diagnosis is based on measurements, not guesses. Confirm the root cause. Step 12. Confirm the root cause. Before replacing any component, confirm that you've identified the actual fault. For example, a compressor that doesn't start may actually have a failed capacitor, low supply voltage, or an electrical protection issue. Poor cooling may result from dirty filters rather than low refrigerant. Water leakage may be caused by a blocked drain line instead of an evaporator problem. Replacing parts without proper diagnosis wastes money and may not solve the problem. Common split AC problems. Some of the most common faults technicians encounter include dirty air filters, dirty condenser coils, blocked condensate drain lines, weak or failed capacitors, faulty fan motors, sensor failures, PCB problems, refrigerant leaks, compressor faults, electrical connection problems. Knowing these common issues helps speed up the troubleshooting process. Professional troubleshooting tips. Professional HVAC technicians follow several important habits. Never assume the problem before testing. Always inspect the entire system instead of focusing on only one component. Use quality testing instruments. Follow manufacturer service procedures. Repair the root cause rather than only the visible symptom. Record important measurements for future reference. Work safely around electricity and refrigeration systems. These habits improve diagnostic accuracy and reduce unnecessary repairs. Conclusion. Diagnosing a split AC is not about replacing random parts. It's about following a systematic process. Start with customer information, perform a visual inspection, check electrical power, inspect the indoor and outdoor units, evaluate airflow, examine the refrigeration system, test electrical components, review error codes, and confirm the actual fault before making any repairs. Following this professional step-by-step method will help you troubleshoot faster, reduce repair costs, improve customer satisfaction, and become a more confident HVAC technician. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HVAC Official Channel.